My name is Jesse Adams, the assistant director to Michael Fair at Film Festival Circuit. I attended the Austin Comedy Film Festival Fall 2024 and had a chance to talk to the judges about the films and screenplays that this group selected for this event. They really nailed it because the crowd enjoyed every film that screened for different reasons. So we're diving into this film, and it's been described as like a dark farce, and it's exploring feminism, materialism, and fetishes.
Wow.
And it all takes place inside a motorcycle garage. Yep, that's Full Throttle Paradise. So what's our mission for today's deep dive? Well, we really need to figure out how DeSimone took this story from stage to screen, and like how he made it feel like a real cinematic experience.
Well, one thing that jumps out at me right away is how this project kind of evolved. It started as a one-room play called Sucking Fat, which is a pretty wild concept to begin with, trying to tackle these like big, complex themes, all within the confines of a single space. And that must have been quite a challenge.
Oh, absolutely. And from what DeSimone says in the interview, it sounds like he realized pretty quickly that the play needed more, like it needed more visual elements to really hit its stride. It's almost like he needed to break free from those limitations.
Right. And that's where the transition to film gets really interesting. That single room, it morphed into a motorcycle garage with all its connotations of masculinity and power. As the setting for a story about feminism and materialism, I'm already intrigued by how those elements might play off each other.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if DeSimone is intentionally using that setting to create a kind of tension or friction within the story. And he didn't just stop with the setting, he also expanded the cast of characters.
Oh, wow.
Which suggests he wanted to explore these themes from multiple perspectives.
Exactly, and he even mentions drawing inspiration from films like Breaking the Waves and Woody Allen's work in terms of the film's chapter structure. That's a pretty savvy move for a director who wants to elevate his work beyond, just a simple video project.
It's like he's taking cues from these cinematic masters to give Full Throttle Paradise that extra weight and gravitas.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't skimp on the talent behind the camera.
Right.
Bringing in cinematographer George Gibson and composer Joe Ferrara. That tells you he's serious about crafting a visually and sonically rich experience. Even that little detail about him requesting a song in the style of old Italian singers for the opening scene speaks volumes about his attention to detail.
Absolutely. It's those small choices that often make the biggest difference in creating a truly immersive film. And let's not forget the actors who bring the story to life. The article mentions Robert Finaro, Karen Giordano, Jason Furlani, Estelle Bajou, Bill Whedon, Vince Maritato, CJ Gelfand, and Charles Casano.
Wow, what a lineup.
Pretty solid lineup with a mix of familiar faces and newer talent.
And something else that struck me in the interview was DeSimone's emphasis on the practical side of filmmaking. He specifically mentions locking down an editor early in the process and sending them footage as he shoots, which I thought was really interesting.
It shows a real understanding of how collaboration can enhance the creative process. Getting the editor involved early on almost creates a feedback loop, allowing the director to see the film taking shape from a different perspective. That can be incredibly valuable, especially when you're working with a story as multi-layered as this one seems to be. It's like having another set of eyes, another brain, really helping you shape the narrative as you go. And it's fascinating how DeSimone balances this meticulous planning with like this willingness to embrace those spontaneous moments that happen on set. That anecdote he shared about the actress CJ Gelfand visibly shivering during a scene because it was so cold. And he decided to keep it in.
I have to admit that caught my attention. It makes you wonder how much Full Throttle Paradise is like carefully constructed and how much is a product of those happy accidents that occur during filming.
Right. It's like a reminder that even with all the planning in the world, sometimes the best moments come from embracing the unexpected. And it makes me even more curious about the tone of this film. We're dealing with some pretty heavy themes here, feminism, materialism, fetishes, but the synopsis also describes it as a dark farce.
Well, that's where this unconventional love story at the heart of the film comes into play, right? We've got Pat Padula trying to express his love for Dottie, who seems to view his affection as a threat to her independence. There's definitely some tension brewing there, and I'm guessing that's where the dark farce element really kicks in.
It's like DeSimone is setting up this clash between traditional notions of romance and Dottie's desire for autonomy. And then you've got this young female counselor navigating her own challenges in a male-dominated world, which apparently leads to a confrontation with Dottie. It makes you wonder if DeSimone is using these female characters to explore different facets of like female empowerment, and how they navigate these complex relationships.
Thinking back to that one-room play, it's incredible how DeSimone managed to expand this concept outward, creating this multi-layered world filled with these intriguing characters, each grappling with their own desires and struggles. I mean, he really took a constraint and turned it into an opportunity.
Precisely. That single room setting, which could have felt limiting, actually seems to have pushed DeSimone to think more creatively about how to tell the story, visually and thematically. And remember those filmmaking tips he shared? Getting the editor involved early, meticulously scouting locations. Those practical considerations also played a role in shaping the final film. It's a reminder that creativity isn't just about inspiration. It's also about having the discipline and structure to bring those ideas to life.
So you're saying the Full Throttle Paradise is a testament to DeSimone's ability to blend artistic vision with practical know-how.
To explore these big, juicy themes, remember he specifically mentioned wanting the film to feel cinematic, to have that immersive quality that draws you into the world of the story. And considering DeSimone's interest in exploring the beauty, ugliness, and unpredictability of people, as he mentioned in his director's statement, I'm betting those unscripted moments fit perfectly into his overall vision for the film. If you're tired of predictable love stories, and you're looking for a film that's willing to take risks, to explore the messy, complicated reality of human relationships, then this might be the film for you.
It's a film that asks tough questions about love, freedom, and the choices we make in a world that often tries to fit us into neat little boxes.
Are you submitting your creative work to film festivals? There are small details that could potentially be the difference between getting selected or rejected on the film festival circuit. Hi, this is Michael Fair, and I've been a film festival director for more than 15 years. I've reviewed thousands of submissions. Would you like me to show you how to present your work in a way that every film festival director loves to see? You wouldn't believe how many submissions have incomplete information that negatively affects your chances of getting selected. Avoid common, costly mistakes that other filmmakers and screenwriters are making every day. Before you spend another dollar on submission fees, you should purchase the Film Festival Submitter's Handbook, now available on Amazon in paperback, ebook, and Kindle formats. Click on the link in the description of this video and order a couple of books today, one for yourself and another for a friend who is ready to start their film festival submissions journey. Thank you.